It's that time of the year where you will find pumpkin spiced everything. Yes, it's pumpkin time, the Thanksgiving time. So why not make the most loved dessert of the season, the pumpkin pie? For many of us, this could be the first homemade pie we will make, but for a good reason, because this is an easy to follow recipe that comes together without any hassle. This recipe is all about starting from scratch, so it has different elements. We are going to make our own pie crust, pumpkin puree, pumpkin spice blend, and the filling. So we will start by making dough for the pie crust. We are using wheat flour to make the dough. In a bowl, take 2 cups of wheat flour. Now add a stick of butter cut into pieces. Add 1/8 teaspoon of salt and start working with dough, mixing it all together. A tip here: start with cold butter and work quickly, keeping the butter in bits and chunks. Once we get a crumbly dough with bits of butter, start adding water, little at a time until the dough starts coming together. It should be moist but not wet. Gather into a ball and cover it. Now refrigerate this for at least 30 minutes before rolling it to make a pie crust. Another tip here: chilling the dough before rolling it out makes the butter firm to give us a flaky crust. Now let's make pumpkin puree. To make pumpkin puree from scratch, peel and cut the pumpkin into approximately 1-inch sized chunks. Now the chunks can be bigger. I prefer cutting them into this size as I feel making smaller chunks makes it easier and faster to cook. Now transfer them into a saucepan and add some water. Let it cook on a medium heat for 6 to 8 minutes or until they become soft. Add the cooked chunks into a blender to blend into a puree. Our homemade pumpkin puree is ready. Now let's make our pumpkin pie filling. Take a bowl and add 3.5 cups of our freshly made pumpkin puree. Add in 3 tablespoons cornstarch, half a cup powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon freshly made pumpkin spice. The pumpkin spice is made by blending together 1/4 teaspoon ground ginger, 1/4 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon ground nutmeg, and 1/4 teaspoon ground cloves. Now add 1/4 cup heavy cream and 1/4 teaspoon baking soda. Stir it all together until everything is well mixed. The filling is ready. Now it's time to make pie crust. Now before we start making the pie crust, preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's take out the refrigerated dough, flour the working surface and roll the dough into a circle big enough to cover the baking dish. Use the roller like this to wrap the rolled dough and transfer to the pie baking dish. A tip here, sprinkle the pie baking dish with flour to prevent sticking. Now press the dough down gently and pinch and press it around the dish to give the crust a shape. Don't forget to prick the base with a fork to cook evenly when we bake. You may chill this in the fridge until the filling is ready and oven is preheated. Now let's pour our freshly prepared pumpkin spice filling onto the pie crust and transfer it to the preheated oven to bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for up to 50 to 60 minutes or until the toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. A tip here, knowing all ovens bake differently, just be mindful how yours work and adjust the time and temperature accordingly. Now allow the pie to cool completely before serving. Now let's whip up some heavy cream. Whip it until you get soft peaks. You may flavor this with some pumpkin spice blend as per your liking and serve our beautifully baked pumpkin pie topped with the whipped cream. Yummy! Nothing says Thanksgiving like a slice of classic pumpkin pie. So do try the recipe and surprise your loved ones with this easy but delicious homemade version and share your experiences. Happy Thanksgiving!